American Pie guy, it's Jason Biggs. He's a stand-up guy, it's Rob Beckett. And their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, boxing clever, it's Olympic gold medalist, Nicola Adams. At the helm, it's Nick Helm. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, by 2030, 26 million Brits will be obese? Did you know if they all jumped up and down at the same time, they might lose a little bit of bloody weight? The average woman loses her virginity at 17. How's about that, then? And 70% of men don't get enough fibre in their diet. Tough shit. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panelist's job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Sean's team, you're to go first. What have the nation been talking about over the last week?
It's definitely got to be the X Factor, hasn't it? The
X Factor.
dodgy decision with Louis.
There was a dodgy decision with Louis?
Yeah.
Right. Go on, what did Louis do? Tell me the story.
Apparently, one of the producers came up to him on stage and was whispering something in his ear, and then he changed his mind about his decision.
He said, they're in your dressing room and they're ready to go. Nachos, I meant nachos.
I don't know if you're familiar with X Factor. What it is, basically, if you were Simon Cowell, then Britain is a warm apple pie.
Oh, now I get it.
You've had to have more conversations about pies than Frey Bentos in your time.
Then I didn't understand a word you just said.
Frey Bentos, he makes pies.
They make pies that are so good that the only place it's safe to keep them is enclosed in a metal tin. And they last for about 30 years. So you could take one back to America with you and then live your entire life, and that could still be the last meal you ever eat.
Or fuck.
Yes, you view pies in a different way to us. So it's between Rylan and Carolyn, I believe. That was the controversy. It was Rylan and Carolyn. Which one would they go for?
Do you think Louis is annoying with making decisions about his normal life as well as choosing between Caroline and Rylan? Like, he's in the pub, like, oh, what do you want to drink? He's like, oh, cider, no, beer, cider, beer, oh, can you do deadlock? No, just have a snake bite, right?
He loves everything. He's the opposite of me. Like, in that situation, I quite happily, episode 1, just get rid of all of them. He's just, I love what you bring, I love what you bring. You can't sing, but you can dance, and I like looking at you. You can't dance, but I love what you bring. This is all shit, Louis, have you not noticed? You cannot love everything, and those two were the opposite. You cannot love them both unless you're lying to one of them. It's just a fact.
Yeah. It's a bit like when you see a lamb in a field, isn't it? And you go, ah, and then later you eat one.
Nick, what do you make of the X Factor? Do you like it?
I don't watch it, but I don't watch telly, so it's all a bit of a thing, isn't it? It's nice being here.
What I find amazing is the start of it. The amount of build-up, the beginning.
Oh, yeah, the music and
it's just a dum-dum-dum-dum-dum, build-up, helicopters and lights, and you think U02 would be embarrassed by that intro, wouldn't they?
With all due respect, it seems like you guys are known for overdoing things.
OK, let's have a look and see whether X Factor is one of the most talked about things in the last week. Number 1. One of the finalists, James Arthur, was inspired to apply for the X Factor after sleeping rough, where he met Steve Brookstein, Matt Cardle and Leon Jackson. John's team, what else have people been talking about this week?
Lance Armstrong. Is that something that's... I feel like that's been popular over here as well.
We've been chatting about it a little bit. American sportsmen generally, yeah.
Yeah. You guys get American things here?
You get too many.
I'll be honest with you.
Treat. You can have that back. Can I get a coffee? No, you can't get a coffee. You can have a coffee. You can only get a coffee if you bloody work there. That's another American thing. The Easter Bunny. You've just opened a can of worms with me, mate.
Relax, I'll talk to Mr. America.
Oh, I'm sorry, all right, sorry.
I think it's Captain America. Give us the story. What happened with Lance Armstrong?
There's a big report just basically blaming him for not just being involved in doping, but sort of spearheading all the efforts for the entire team.
Yeah, he's ruined cheating for a lot of people. It was something I almost admired sometimes. You know, someone's a bit of a cheat. You go, it's quite clever to cheat, but he's just gone nuts. He cheated.
I think
just
to win the
cheated
Tour de
one
France
Tour de
once.
France. Yeah, but he cheated 7 times. You'd think after you've done it once, you'd go, I got away with that. Carried on. Just the sheer energy for the cheating. I don't know where he got that from. It's not just the steroids he cheated with. He had a testicle removed, so he was lighter as well.
A Brit just won the Tour de France for the first time, right? That was pretty exciting this past summer. Cavendish, right? Actually,
No,
English.
it's Bradley Wiggins.
What?
I think Bradley Wiggins wins.
That's what I said. What did you hear?
I said Mark Cavendish.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Usually, like, if someone gets caught doing drugs, it means whoever got silver got gold. But because so many cyclists are cheating, I got a call this week to say that I hired a bike when I was on holiday in Paris. And I've gone down, so I actually won the 2003 Tour de France.
I bet there is drugs in boxing, though. Surely you've got to take paracetamol after a fight. All those bashes on the head. Do you get a headache?
To be honest, it'd be a hard sport to cheat in. You could have all the energy in the world for boxing, but if you haven't got the technique and the skill to go with it, you know, you still can't win.
Right.
I think if you took enough heroin, you wouldn't be bothered about it. Nick, you're a professional sportsman or drug taker, one of the two.
Fuck off. I think it's amazing. I respect him even more now that I know that he was doing drugs for 7 years. No, I did drugs once, and I couldn't leave my bedroom for a week. I barely had the energy to get up and piss in the Coke bottle in the corner of my room. And he's run it 7 times. I think that's amazing. Hats off to him.
He was the guy that pretty much invented the charity wristband. What people don't know is it was just a tourniquet that had sort of slipped down.
Let's have a look and see whether Lance Armstrong is one of the most talked about things in the last week. Yes, cyclist Lance Armstrong has been accused of taking performance-enhancing drugs. Suspicions were first raised when Lance Armstrong won the 2004 Tour de France on a chopper. Sure, Nicola, what else have the nation been talking about this week? What do you think, Nick?
Have they been talking about Prince William and Kate visiting the FA Wonderland thing?
So it's the FA National Football Centre. It's £105 million worth of training centre.
Fantastic set of facilities, because what's actually stopped us winning a World Cup is facilities. When we got beaten by Germany in South Africa 4-1, that was definitely facilities. This year against Italy in the Euros, that was definitely. If anyone saw that game, you'd go, well, if we had better facilities, we'd have won that. In '66, we had really good facilities. And then there was the Second World War, and Hitler bombed all our facilities. So we lost all our facilities.
Yeah.
And now we're just getting them back now. After that, after we defeated Hitler, now we got our facilities back and we can win the World Cup.
Come on, Nicola, you're a professional sports person. How important are the facilities at the gym?
No, it is really important.
Turns out it is. Jason, do you follow soccer?
I do.
Do you have a team?
Spurs. Come on, you Spurs.
They're all in.
Also, I was in Madrid last year, went to see an Atletico Madrid game and hung out with Falcao, who's a sick player. That guy's insane. So I like rooting for him as well.
Who would you say is the sickest player at Tottenham?
You're making fun of my choice of words there.
I'm joining in with the choice of words. If people choose to laugh because they haven't heard it said in a northern accent before, then it's just their tough mofo and shizzo.
OK, got a still of Kate and Wills at the FA Centre.
Yeah.
So they walked in, Kate and Wills walked in on players having a bath.
This is how horrible footballers are. Like, usually you look at a picture like that and you go, oh, it'd be funny, imagine what the footballer said afterwards. But there, you definitely know. There's no chance that the minute they're left out of the room, Andy Cow didn't go, hey, did you see them pictures of her tits?
You're giving them credit, saying that they wait till she left the room.
Can you imagine, though? Imagine if she fell in there, it'd be like a Bond villain's shark pit, wouldn't it? if she fell in there, just like... She'd just be a skeleton. They just...
Well, surprisingly, the opening of the National Football Centre is not in the top 3, but the facilities include everything the modern footballer needs: a training pitch, a state-of-the-art gym, and a mocked-up travel lodge where they can practice filming each other having sex with hookers. Johnston, what else have the nation been talking about in the last week?
Merkel. She went to Greece and got a load of grief. But they keep calling her a Nazi, the Greeks, but I don't think they've got a handle on what the Nazis did. They did more to the Jews than just sort of impose strict budget cuts. You can't have that leisure centre. It's a classic Nazi approach.
Let's have a look at some of the protesters in Greece this week.
It might have just been an hello convention.
I had a look online to see where you get Nazi uniforms, and you can get a Nazi armband on eBay, and it's got a 5-star review. It's got a better review than my fucking book. It really pissed me off.
Who wrote a book?
All right, mate.
We know you're a film star, don't be like that.
They sort of stress on the write-up, it says, for theatrical purposes only. As if you're going to go, I'm going to buy this and invade a... Oh, all right. I feel sorry for Merkel. She obviously don't want to go to Greece, does she? It's not like they've gone, where do you want to go on your holidays? Well, where do people hate me? They got police snipers to sort of outline her route to make sure she was safe. I don't you really thought the same police that haven't been paid and haven't got pensions, you've given them snipers and gone, she'll be coming down that way in about 20 minutes. Just make sure she's safe, lads. Yeah, I will do, yeah.
Well, she only went there for 5 hours.
Yeah, I've spent longer in IKEA. I bet she just went there, just sort of turned the heating down and switched lights off.
I can tell you Angela Merkel's visit to Greece is not in the top 3, but the Greek economy is currently booming, although most of the booms are coming from petrol bombs. OK, fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get. Sean, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
It's the the Tory party conference.
Oh, you love it.
I was marvelled at it was brilliant, wasn't it? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, the part when I came on.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Sorry, I missed that bit. I don't really do any research. Sorry. What part were you on?
Yeah, I just, came on and talked about my story in the games, and my family came on as well and talked about what it's like to raise a champion.
Right. Who did you meet?
Tessa Jowell and Jonathan Edwards. She's quite a nice
Tory or
person,
Labour?
actually.
Tessa Jowell's Labour, I think. Theresa May's Tory.
Theresa May.
I don't even know if she
They made a big impression on you, anyway.
Are you sure you're at the Tory conference?
It might have been the Labour.
Might be right.
I don't do politics.
You don't do politics, really?
Was there a bloke with, like, blonde hair just going... It looked like he should be on CBeebies.
Was he there, or was the fella from Wallace and Gromit? Yeah. Which one was there? You must have met the leader.
Oh, yeah, what's his name now? Eddie? No.
Eddie.
Eddie Miliband?
That's the guy.
I'm 90% sure you were not at the Tory party.
You missed the Tory party conference, which was just way better than that. You really missed it. I went to the wrong one. The Tory party conference was, I mean, it's an Americanism, but it was awesome. Did you see it? Jason, did you see the Tory party conference?
I did not. I did not.
Man!
Man!
You missed it, man!
It was awesome, though, huh?
It was
dude,
blinking.
It was sick.
It was sick.
Bloomberg.
It
was vomit-worthy. I was puking up.
You say tickety-boo, don't you? You say...
Swell.
Oh, yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, tickety-boo!
Yeah. In that
Yeah, it's tickety-boo! Yeah!
yes. With the...
Tickety-boo!
Yeah. Woo! Like that, too.
Yeah. OK, let's have a look at the Tory party conference.
When they watch Gangnam Style on their televisions in Korea, as they do. And by Gangnam Style is very good. The Prime Minister and I danced Gangnam Style the other day. You'll be shocked to discover. When they watch Gangnam Style on their TVs in Korea, do you know they watch it on TVs with the use of aerials made in London? In Wandsworth? Absolutely true. The Dutch ride bicycles made in London. The Brazilians use mosquito repellent that is made in London. Every single chocolate hobnob in the world is made in London. It's actually true.
Makes you proud, doesn't it? Makes you proud. Every single hobnob.
The point is, you're supposed to be able to talk about policies to solve problems.
They had one policy that was interesting. Their policy on burglars.
Yeah.
They basically said, if someone now breaks into your house, you can attack them.
See, I didn't get that, because on the one hand, they're saying, we really want Britain to be aspirational and we admire people who take risks and go out and get what they want. And then on the other hand, they're saying, shoot burglars.
My parents' house got broken into while I was in it, and...
By you?
No. I was in it. How could I break into it if I was in it, Jimmy? It's no logic.
Yeah.
Just think and then speak, for fuck's sake. Now, where was I? And I was upstairs and I heard some, like, real smashing around downstairs. And I came downstairs to see, and there was a masked man coming through the French windows. He was, like, halfway in, and the only thing I could think of to say was, "Excuse me!" And then he ran off. I turned really posh. We're not... really posh when I'm getting burgled. I'm the gentleman crime fighter.
You certainly look like a gentleman.
What I do, if I have burglars, I've got a burglar's outfit by the bed. And I dress up in it. And I go downstairs and I go, "There's nothing up there." "Oh, Jax, let's get out of here. He's got a big dog, he's a bit nuts. Let's get out of here."
OK, let's get back to the Tory party conference.
I feel a bit sorry for politicians, because like, it is hard, isn't it? Like, and they're always evading questions. Like, but if they were honest and they said, like, "Well, what are you going to do with this? What are you going to do?" Like, I don't know, mate. Right? No one's got any money. Right? Everyone's pissed off. They're asking me to sort it out. The wife's got the ump. Not seen the kids. I bought FIFA 2 weeks ago. Not even played it. That's why you can never have Homeland in this country, the programme in America about blowing up the government, because everyone would want him to blow them up. You know what I mean? Just one series. Oh, he's blown them up. New series. We'll leave it at that.
I hear Homeland's kind of big here, though.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty big, yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah,
we love it.
Yeah, it's a great show. Massive
Yeah,
hit.
it's good. It's a shame they couldn't have found an American actor to play the lead, but...
Could you look sort of troubled, as if you've got a dilemma going on inside you all the time? Could you do that?
Let
me check.
No, you look as if you're thinking about fucking a pie. Let's have a look and see if the Tory party conference is up there. Yes, the Tory party conference. David Cameron and Boris Johnson have been described as frenemies, although I prefer to think of them as frasoles. The Tories say you'll now be able to attack burglars in your own home. If you ever try and burgle me, you're going to meet these two fellas. Please don't hurt me. So those were the most talked about things this week. But in other news, Freddie Starr has denied any involvement in the Jimmy Savile scandal. But these allegations risk leaving Freddie's reputation completely unchanged. And Cheryl Cole has revealed she needed vitamin jabs in her bum to cope after Ashley Cole's infidelity. I don't know if the jabs worked or not, but can I just say to Cheryl Cole's doctor, High five. So at the end of that round, Sean, Nicola and Nick have 2 points. John, Jason and Rob have 1 point. So our next round is Pick of the Polls. Sean, Nicola, Nick, pick a question.
A picture of...
It's got to be me, Anna.
Yes, picture of Nicola.
OK, all right, you've chosen a picture of Nicola Adams, the gold medal. Have you got the gold medal?
Lovely presentation.
That is a thing of beauty. OK, most people think they could become an Olympic athlete if they trained every day for 4 years. True or false?
That's a great question.
Thanks. I've been working on it, I'm really thinking about it. When did you take up boxing?
I was 12, so that was a lot of years in the making. So I think 4 years. It depends. It depends. If you've got a natural talent, then you might be able to pull it off.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. What do you think, Nick? Could you be an Olympic athlete?
4 years is loads, isn't it? 4 years is way too much to be training.
Well, you think you'd go over the Olympic standard and just give up? You go, well, this is crazy. I'm too good at this.
Them Jamaicans learned how to bobsled in under 90 minutes, didn't they? So. What do you think, Sean? What sport would you go for if you were going to try and get into, you know...
Olympic sport, probably pole vault. That's the one I've got the most natural skill at. It's the one I just naturally find myself doing. Just if I'm in a park with some equipment, I just find myself doing that. That's the one.
It's your go-to.
I'll just sort of go, I'll be like chatting around, sort of loosening up a bit like that, and I'll just pick something up and just find myself running and go, whoa.
Don't they just do that at school, pole vaulting?
To get in.
They...
bloody gates, would they? So you had to do pole vault?
It was one of the things that we had to attempt to do. That and long jump and hurdles.
Why the giggle on hurdles?
Because I'm obviously shit at all of those things.
So are you training every day now for 4 years before Rio?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much every day?
Yeah, Monday to Friday, every week, 3 times a day.
Can you hear people when you're punching? Like, when you're in the ring and you're boxing, can you hear what people are, like you've been talking? And I've heard everything
honestly,
he said,
mate, don't feel bad. A lot of that will be the voices in Nick's head. It's probably no one is blaming you.
But can you hear him talking?
You know, not really.
Can't wait for your chat show.
Thanks, Sean.
Can you hear him talking? I've done my job.
See, it's a point though, because people do. You know, if you go and see the boxing, it's like the blood is high. People are really shouting out.
Yeah, you can hear the chants and the shouting. I think on the finals it was like 107 decibels.
I actually think it's harder on the audience, because, like, if you have to punch someone because you know they're going to punch you back. But when you're in the audience, you're just shouting for people to punch each other. I went to some boxing last year, I've never been before, and they're big men they are. Like, big, really hitting each other as well.
They've awoken something within John. Oh, God.
And at some point, you sort of shout, yeah, hit him! And then he really hits him, and you think, oh, I hope he didn't do that because I told him.
OK, so most people think they could become an Olympic athlete if they trained every day for 4 years. True or false? What are you going to go for, Sean?
False.
You're going false, you don't think?
It's true.
People aren't that stupid.
People are pretty stupid. Have you met Nick?
I did not put makeup on to be insulted.
Nicola, what do you think?
I've given her an answer.
But I want to know what Nicola thinks.
Hat down.
You just walked into a world of pain. What is your kid?
Nicola, do you think it's true or false?
Yeah, I think it's false.
You think it's false? What do you think, John? Oh, Rob. Yeah, Rob.
True.
You're going to go true. OK, I can tell you the answer is false. Only 27% of people think they could become an Olympic athlete if they trained every day for 4 years. Sean gets points. I'm planning on going to Rio in 2016 and bringing something back for Britain. A woman called Paolo with a suspiciously long vagina. Johnston, what do you like the look of?
I quite like the old couple.
Oh, no.
What's wrong with the old couple, John?
Well, it's going to be about love and touching each other and all that.
OK, here's your related question. Most people are regularly embarrassed by their partner's behaviour. True or false?
I had a bit of an embarrassing moment with my girlfriend because I'd never been to the theatre before. She took me to the theatre. We went to see Warhorse, and I think
How many letters can you take out of the... What did you go and see last night? Walsh. Oh, yeah.
And I did you all interval drinks. I just thought you got one with the ticket. Because when you come out of a theatre, there's all these drinks lined up. And I was like, I got me a beer and a wine. She came, she went, oh, did you order drinks? I was like, yep. Yeah. And there's this two old couple going, where's my beer? Where's that one? I don't know, mate. Someone's nicked it, haven't they?
Yeah, because you've got the perfect accent for getting away with that. Oh, where's my drink? Oh, don't know, geezer. Someone must have half-inched it. Did you pay for the drink?
But what do? You go, hello, mate. Yeah, I stole your drink. Here's £4. You go,
£4? You have not been to the theatre before.
You're lucky to get change out of 30, aren't you? Buy 2 drinks in a theatre.
yeah.
Mind you, after you've sat through a play, you'll pay anything for a fucking drink, won't you?
OK, so most people are regularly embarrassed by their partners. True or false? What do you think, Jason?
I would say true. I mean, I would say in general, people are embarrassed by their partner's behavior more often than we would admit. But inside, they're going, Jesus, would you just shut your mouth already? I mean, not me, of course. I never think that about my wife. I mean, everything that comes out of her mouth is precious. And that goes into her mouth, for that matter.
My girlfriend does this thing where if we go out, she'll sort of become almost totally invisible. So I'll book a table at a restaurant, and then the waiter come over and order, and take my order, but he'll just leave, as if she's not even there. It's very... I have to order for her. It's got to the point now where even I think, and this is going to sound ridiculous, but sometimes I wonder if she's there. Why would the sex be so good if she wasn't there?
Sean, have you ever embarrassed your partner?
Nothing springs to mind. It's incredible. Well, example, what?
We've got a
sort
list here of
What is
embarrassing things. OK, tripping over in public. Have you just trip over?
That's not embarrassing. It's funny.
How is it not embarrassing to trip over in the street?
Why is that embarrassing? People trip over. Not everything's level. We don't live on a snooker table. That's unreasonable. What are the other ones? What are the other
embarrassing things? Well, the wardrobe malfunction is the kind of the
What, where something just inflates and you didn't expect it? So you're wearing a coat and it just goes boom. Jesus, God, I've got a big inflatable coat on. She's never let me wear jeans and a jacket. I think she's right. You can't wear it like a geography teacher. Everyone looks like a geography.
I think
All
she
these
needs to
people who
back
think
off and let a guy wear what he wants. I think she needs to come down here and say
stand
this.
up. You sound like a geography teacher. Geography teacher.
All right, let's get some answers on this. Most people are regularly embarrassed by their partner's behaviour. True or false? What are you going to go for, John?
I reckon true.
True.
I don't think you'd be with anybody for a long time if they found them embarrassing, would you?
What are you going to go for, Sean?
False, Jimmy.
I can tell you the answer is false. Only 16% of people are regularly embarrassed by their partner's behaviour. Walking in on someone on the toilet is embarrassing. I'm so sorry I'm late. So at the end of that round, it's 4 points for Sean's team and 1 point for John's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Most annoying thing about going to the cinema.
I personally happen to enjoy them, but I feel like a lot of people complain about the previews, you know?
I get annoyed, I get the previews or trailers, as we call them,
Yeah, trailers,
because
yeah.
that's what they're called. I get annoyed when there's a trailer for something that's better than the thing I've gone to see. So you're going, oh, why have I come to see this? That looks amazing.
Yeah, usually it's because it hasn't opened yet, is why. Because it's a preview.
Have you been in a cinema and watched yourself in a film? That must be amazing.
Yeah, of course I have. Yeah, absolutely. All the time. In fact, it's my favorite thing to do. And
I read your wiki page today. This is unbelievable. I didn't know. This is actually genuinely a bit much for me. You are a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, aren't you?
I am.
I'm only sat next to friggin' Leonardo from the Turtles.
That's true. I'm doing the voice of Leonardo in the new team. Thank you for the nice plug, by the way.
Never mind the plug. Get me a role. I will swim to America for one line where I go, bloody turtles.
Yeah, well, I'm doing the voice, you know, it's a voice thing. So, I mean, you sound like a little leprechaun, so the chances of you being cast in any of these episodes is probably, well, maybe we'll have like a mutant leprechaun in something.
You could do
Get away from me, you bloody turtles.
Perfect. That's actually perfect.
One would be annoying, but four, you're taking the piss now.
Sounds like a Louis appraisal of one of their shit bands on X Factor.
I like what you bring, Leonardo. I like what you bring, Delta.
What's the voice for the turtle? How do you get into character?
It's maybe an octave or two higher, depending on how much I've had to drink the night before. And
You don't drink before a Turtles gig.
who has the job of Leonardo in the Turtles?
Who deserves the job?
What's the new film then? You got a new film then?
Grassroots is a movie that will be opening nationwide on the 9th of November. It's a little political drama comedy. So
Why is there a turtle in a political drama?
They seem a bit
you'll
confusing.
see. You'll see.
I've got a DVD to sell as well. I've got Breaking Bad Series 2. Got 2 for my birthday, if anyone wants it. 10 quid.
Nick, what do you find most annoying about the cinema?
I think probably the worst thing about going to the cinema is that you watch a film and you get transported like a fantastical place for like 2 hours, and then at the end of the film you realise that you're still you. and you'll never escape that.
The most annoying thing about going to the cinema, what do you think?
The films.
Well, really, you had to expect there to be films.
They're all shit. They're all shit. And every film seems to have the same thing. It seems to be the Christian redemption story. So somebody starts out as an arsehole, and then they sort of realise they've been a bit of an arsehole, and then by the end they've stopped being an arsehole.
Well, so there's hope for Nick on this show.
Yeah. There's one thing I know. I'm not the arsehole, Jimmy!
Sean!
Thank you. Thank you for your thoughts.
He's been on at me the whole time!
I'm actually starting to think he'd make a better leprechaun in the Turtles.
Thank you.
OK, it's something other people do. What do you...
Talk.
Yeah.
Talk is the right answer. Sex and the City 2 was ruined for me by someone talking all the way through. Sarah Jessica Parker. Best way to cheer yourself up. Jason, how do you cheer yourself up if you're feeling down?
Am I allowed to say?
I was going to say Kinder eggs, but... Chocolate and a toy, yes, please.
Still like a Kinder Egg. The toys are shit now, though.
Yeah, I know, but we are adults now.
What do you do to cheer yourself up if you've had, like, a tough day in the gym? What do you do to give yourself a little lift?
I'd probably go stand next to my gold postbox
Well, not everyone can do that. Where is your postbox?
in Leeds.
You saying a gold statue of yourself?
No, gold postbox.
But is that your, like, house? Like, it's your...
In the middle of town centres, there's post boxes. It's not at the end of your drive.
Oh, got it. So yours is gold, and all the other ones are not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great.
Best way to cheer yourself up?
I put music on.
Oh, that as well.
Put a bit
Do
of
that one.
music.
Bit of
I'll go
music.
and find some music. and
Bit of
put it on.
music is exactly the right answer. You got that? Yes, the best way to cheer yourself up is to listen to music. I love music I can dance to, but unfortunately, that music hasn't been invented yet. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means that the final scores are John, Jason and Rob have 2 points. Sean, Nick and Nicola are the winners. They've got 5 points. to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.